The little girl's voice still lingers in my head. That night in the hospital, she had been nothing more than a shadow in a closet, shaking, hiding, afraid of something she wouldn't name. I'd stayed with her for hours, told her stories, played games on scraps of paper, listened to the soft cadence of her sobs until she trusted me enough to fall asleep on my arm. When security found us, they pulled her away without explanation. No thanks, no context, just silence. I thought that was the end. 2 months later, the hospital director called me to his office. His expression was too calm, too rehearsed, the kind of face I'd learned to distrust. And there she was again, sitting in the corner, small, watching me with those same frightened eyes. "This is my daughter," he said. The words fell heavy, wrong, a puzzle piece forced where it didn't belong. And in that instant, I understood something was broken. I left the office with a smile carved onto my face, but inside, the fractures spread. She didn't look at him the way children look at their fathers. No recognition, no bond. Her shoulders tightened when he touched her arm. I replayed the night in the closet, her words, small, scattered. "He'll be mad, don't tell." At the time, I assumed some faceless threat, some domestic nightmare. Now the pieces realigned, sharper. The man who signed my paycheck. The man who controlled everything inside these walls. I told myself I was imagining it, that suspicion was poison, and I'd already swallowed enough in my life. But when truth scratches at your skin long enough, you bleed whether you want to or not. She wasn't her daughter. She was something else, something hidden, and the lie was spreading from the very top. I began watching, quietly. The director left late, but never with her. She didn't go home in his car. Nurses whispered when she passed, their voices clipped, nervous. I caught fragments in the break room. "Poor kid. Don't ask questions. He owns everything." Her medical file was sealed, unreachable without clearance. So I worked the angles, old friends in IT, a borrowed login, a printout that shouldn't exist, no listed mother, birth records redacted, notes scrubbed clean. Only one thing slipped through, a different surname, different entirely. I traced it. One night, hunched over a flickering monitor in the janitor's closet. A woman's name, a death certificate, 2 years ago, her mother. And buried in the fine print, custody battle, a father listed, not the director, another man, unknown. The ground shifted beneath me. Rage pressed against my ribs, but I held it back. Anger is messy. What I needed was clarity. So I gathered evidence, copies, dates, documents, enough to rip through the illusion he had built. Every mop stroke, every polished hallway, I carried the weight of it in silence. Until silence became unbearable. I asked for another meeting. His office smelled of leather and control. The girl sat in the corner again, eyes down. I placed the folder on his desk, neat, precise. Her birth record, her mother's name, the death certificate, the custody file. "You're not her father," I said. My voice was calm, too calm. His face drained, then darkened. He reached for the papers with shaking hands. The mask cracked. "You don't understand." The girl lifted her head for the first time, eyes darting between us. She understood too. And in that moment, the truth wasn't just words. It was freedom. I didn't shout. I didn't threaten. I didn't need to. I slid the second envelope across the desk. Copies, already mailed to the board, to the press, to the state. His empire of silence was already burning. His lips trembled. "You'll ruin me." I leaned back, letting the words hang in the stale air. "No, you did that yourself." The girl's small hand found mine under the table, trembling, searching for something steady. I squeezed once. just enough to tell her the storm had ended. Then I stood, left him choking on his downfall. They removed him within the week. Quiet headlines, legal statements, his office stripped bare. The girl was placed in care, her future uncertain, but no longer shackled by his lie. I still mop the same floors, still empty the same trash bins. But the air feels different now, cleaner. People look at me strangely, whispers trailing in the hall. The janitor who tore down a king. But I feel nothing, no pride, no regret, only the cold clarity that cuts through deception. I wasn't her savior. I wasn't her hero. I was just the man who refused to stay silent. And that was enough. Some lies rot quietly in the dark, until someone like me turns on the light.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.